ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थे सुविज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्म हृदय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदताम् ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनस्य भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। आप सभी का स्वागत है इस
We welcome all of you to this class on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Today we are studying
अध्याय नंबर 2 से
chapter 2, verse number 30 onwards.
अर्जुन को आत्मा और शरीर देह और देही
Bhagavan is explaining to Arjun about the difference between Atma and body, between the Deha and the Dehi. Arjuna's question was that his mind was filled with dejection and he was unable to see any solution for that. That is why, first of all, Bhagavan explained about the difference between the discrimination between Atma and body. And in that sequence, this is the last verse. Because from the next verse onwards, he will talk about the Swadharma, one's own duty.
सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि।
Translation: O descendant of Bharata, the embodied self dwelling in the bodies of all living beings is ever indestructible. Therefore, you should not grieve for anyone. So Bhagavan is again talking about shok, dejection, because as I have told many times in my previous lectures, it is due to attachment with the body. When we have attachment in body and things and people connected to body, and when we face separation from them or any damage happens to them, then we suffer due to, then we have grief, and this grief is due to lack of viveka, ignorance, due to attachment. If we remain fixed in this knowledge that whatever is around us, we have the relation with everything around us is temporary. One day it was born and one day it will die. Then there is no need to grieve. That is why here at the end, Bhagavan is Bhagavan is concluding this sequence in this verse. In order to understand Shastra, there are many Nyayas in Purva Mimamsa. One of them is Shadlinga. That what is the purport of the speaker, what he wants to speak. In order to understand that, there are certain indicators or symptoms which are called Linga. Like smoke is the indicator or the linga of the fire. That similarly, through these lingas or symptoms, we understand what is the purport of the speaker, what is his intention. So one of those 6 indicators is called abhyasa, which means if the speaker is repeatedly speaking about something, that means this is his focus. He wants to explain this point. Otherwise, repeating something again and again comes is a fault in Shastra, that is Punarukti dosha, fault of repetition. But in general, there is no need to repeat something. So there is a difference between repetition and anuvad. When we repeat something unnecessarily, that is called punarukti. And when we speak something with some intention, that is called anuvad. So Bhagavan is doing anuvad and not punarukti. So he is repeatedly telling, do not grieve. And grief is an indicator of ignorance. It is not an indicator of wisdom. Like I had told earlier also, like Bhagavan had told earlier also, the person who will utilize his intelligence properly, he will never fall into grief or dejection. So in one way, it is an indicator of our foolishness to start grieving. Bhagavan has given intelligence to human being, and human being should utilize his intelligence to come out of the grief. But mostly we see in the human society that situations of grief keep coming again and again. So every day we face many situations in which we have fear and grief. But this fear and grief happens only to a foolish person. So the Pandit who is well informed, who is intelligent, who knows the subject, he actually does not become afraid and does not grieve, because grief means to live in the past. The person who lives in the present, he will not grieve. To live in the past, what happened in the past, to always keep remembering that, to keep it in memory, that is why we grieve. and fear is fear of future, what will happen in future, or if you will face some loss in future. So shoka and bhaya, the dejection and fear, they happen due to this ignorance. So this is kind of a ghost. Bhut is a ghost. So this bhutkal, the past tense or past, it is like a ghost. So like somebody gets captured by a ghost. So being captured by one's past is like being captured by a ghost, and it keeps troubling the person. That is why Bhagavan says that come out of it. There is no need for you to live in the past, because our Atma has actually no relation with all this. This relation is temporary, it happens for some time and then it breaks. And this Atma cannot be killed. It is avadhya. He has told this again and again. In fact, one cannot commit suicide also. What to speak of somebody else killing a person? The person cannot kill himself or herself only. So that is why here Bhagavan is telling Dehi Nityam Avadhyoyam. It is avadhya. It is indestructible. It is not possible that anybody can destroy this Atma. That is why Bhagavad Gita from beginning only is giving us the path of peace, happiness and bliss. Bhagavad Gita has been considered like mother. Just like mother does not want that her child should be miserable or dejected or grieve or be scared or unhappy. Similarly, the Mother Gita does not want that we all living entities who are her children should be immersed in grief and dejection. That is why Mother Gita is teaching us, first of all, how we should be free. We should become free from this dejection. And another point is that sometimes we on our own we do not grieve, but seeing others we start grieving. Somewhere something is happening, let's say like now somewhere war is going on. So when we hear about that, we feel dejected, we feel sad. So this also should not happen. If you can practically offer some help to people who are in that situation, then it is actually worthwhile. But simply grieving is of no use. So there is a verse in Mahabharata. It says that in the entire state, whichever people are grieving due to whatever reason, so for that, one person should not grieve, because grief can happen, suffering can come due to natural calamities like say tsunami, or due to people like some war or some kind of famine. So we should not grieve for that also. So from verse number 11 to 30, whatever Bhagavan has taught, these 20 verses, this is the purport of these 20 verses, to discriminate. And this discrimination is extremely important on the path of spirituality, the path of Adhyatma. Spirituality means where you distinguish between spirit and body. So whichever path you follow, whether it is the path of yoga, jnana, bhakti, any path, the foundation of all the spiritual paths is this discrimination. If someone has not understood this, then that person cannot be called a spiritualist. Many times people ask, this person is spiritualist or no? So this is the symptom of a spiritualist, that first of all, in any spiritual path, you have to understand that you are not the body. And if you have not understood this point, then you're not a spiritualist. So that is why these 20 verses spoken by Bhagavan, in these verses, Bhagavan has not used any technical word. straight in a straightforward way, he has talked about sharir, deha, because these words are used by us in our day-to-day language. But he has not used any word like Brahma, Jiva, etc. The reason is that even a common man should be able to understand what he is speaking. He has not even used the word Atma. So that is the cause that Bhagavan wants to make it accessible to every person. Otherwise, he could have used such language that this is avidya, this jeev, this maya, this prakriti. These all discussions will happen in the upcoming verses later. But here Bhagavan has spoken these 20 verses in a very, very simple language. So that is why we should understand this, and we should grieve neither for any personal situation or anything in society. We should not be afraid of anything. Generally, people speak that we will change the world, we will bring an order of world peace. But in reality, all this does not happen. It's simply a talk. Nobody has the power to make this world peaceful. Only in one place you can bring peace, that is in your own mind. Until and unless you make your own mind peaceful, you cannot bring peace in anybody's life. That is why we should utilize all our energy to make our mind peaceful, anxiety free. After that, we can help others. But even while helping others, keeping this expectation that you will bring heaven on earth, make it a Vaikuntha, and bring this some golden age, this is all a dream. Because Prakriti, nature, whatever way it is working, it will work in its own way only. Bhagavan himself does not change the course of material nature when he comes. Then how can Jiva do that? Yeah, it sounds very nice. And many acharyas, gurus, they speak this so that other people become enthusiastic. But the reality is that nothing of this is going to happen, because this world operates by three gunas, and up and down keeps happening. Sometimes there is a predominance of sattva, sometimes rajas, sometimes tamas. So currently we see that the power of rajas and tamas is more, and nobody can stop that. Just like after summer there is winter, somebody says that I will stop winter, or I will stop summer. So you can do something to protect yourself from that climate, but saying that season will not happen only, rain will not happen only, I will bring Vaikuntha here, I will bring heaven here, I'll make everything peaceful. This is all a dream. So Arjun earlier was speaking this only, that we do not want to do, I do not want to do adharma, I do not want to engage in irreligion. So he had told that due to greed for kingdom, royal happiness, we are engaging in killing our own relatives, and it will be a great sin. So in the next verse, Bhagavan will start talking about that. So now Bhagavan will start explaining to Arjun from another angle. So now what Bhagavan will speak, this is for us on our bodily level. Till now he was explaining from the level of Atma. Now he will explain from the level of the body. Because our personality, our existence has two components. One is our gross body and subtle body, the body. and then there is Atma in that.
तो अभी तक तो उन्होंने आत्मा
So
और
till now,
शरीर
he
का
explained
ये
the
बताया
difference
और
between
उसकी
Atma
सृष्टि
and
आपने
body,
सृष्टि से आपने
and
शोक
he
नहीं
said
किया।
that from that angle,
लेकिन अब कोई
you
कह
should
सकता
not
है कि मैं
grieve.
तो इस शरीर
But
में
somebody
हूँ,
may say that I am in this
तो
body,
उसको हम नकार
so we
नहीं
cannot
सकते
negate the body,
और
cannot
शरीर
negate
का अपना
its
स्थूल धर्म
existence.
है
And the body
और
also
ये हमारी
has its own
सृष्टि
dharma.
हैं, तो इनको हम कैसे
And
भुला
these
सकते
people standing before us, our
हैं। तो अब
relatives,
शरीर की
so
दृष्टि से भगवान
how can we
बोलते हैं
forget them? So
तो
now Bhagavan will
धर्म की
speak
बात
from
करते
the
हैं।
point of view
तो
of
ये
the
जो बहुत
body
महत्वपूर्ण विषय है
and its dharma.
और
So
जो
this is also a
हमारी
very important
भारतीय
subject matter.
संस्कृति
And
भारतीय
our
संस्कृति का
Indian
एक मूल
civilization,
था
the Indian culture, the
हालांकि
Bharatiya culture,
आज
it
के
was its
वर्तमान काल
foundation.
में
Although
इसको
in
लोगों ने
the
भुला दिया है,
current time,
इसके
people have
विरुद्ध में बहुत
forgotten that,
कुछ प्रचार
and
प्रसार
there
है,
is a
हो
lot
रहा
of
है
anti-preaching
और आगे भी
in
होता
regard
रहेगा।
to this dharma, and it will happen
तो
in
इसको भी
future
समझना
also.
है क्योंकि ये एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण
So
विषय
this is
है
very important to
और
understand. It's a
समाज
very
के लिए
important
बहुत
topic,
लाभदायक
and
विषय
it's
है।
a it is very
इसको ना
beneficial
समझकर
for the
ही लोग
society.
इसकी निंदा
Not
करते हैं,
understanding this, people criticize this dharma
इसके ऊपर कटाक्ष
and
करते हैं।
they cast aspersions
वो बात अलग है
on,
कि हर एक को
and
ये
they
सिस्टम
speak
हो
all
जाए
kinds
तो
of
उनकी
ill effects of
त्रुटियां
this
आ
dharma.
जाती हैं,
So one
तो
thing is that
त्रुटियों को दूर करने का
deviations do
प्रयास करना
happen
चाहिए। ऐसा नहीं
everywhere,
कि विकृति को देखकर सिस्टम को ही
but just because there are deviations in some system does not
यहाँ
mean that
भगवान
throw the
कहते हैं कि
system out itself.
स्वधर्मोऽपि चावेक्ष न विकम्पितुमर्हसि धर्म्याधियुद्धात् श्रेयो अन्यत् क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते।
Translation:
इसके अतिरिक्त तुम्हें
moreover,
अपने कर्तव्य
considering your own duty,
पर
dharma,
विचार करते
you should
हुए
not
घबराना
waver,
नहीं चाहिए,
for there is
क्योंकि
nothing more
क्षत्रिय के लिए
beneficial
धार्मिक
for
युद्ध
a
से अधिक
kshatriya
श्रेयस्कर कुछ
than a
नहीं है।
righteous battle.
तो अर्जुन का प्रश्न था यच्छ्रेय
So Arjuna's question was
निश्चित तन्मे शिष्यस्ते हम शाधिमाम त्वाम प्रपन्नम, कि मेरे लिए जो श्रेय है
that Arjuna's question was, whatever is
वो कृपया मुझे
my
बताइए।
shreya, what is very supremely beneficial
भगवान
for
यहाँ
me,
बता
please
रहे
tell
हैं
that.
कि जिसको आप
So here
सोचते
Bhagavan
हैं
is
कि
telling that
युद्ध करना
you are thinking
अश्रेयस
that
है, वो
fighting
वास्तव
in
में
the
वही
war
श्रेय है,
will be a loss for you,
क्योंकि ये
but this is
आपका
actually shreya, this is actually beneficial for you
तो हमारा
because this
भारतीय
is your
समाज
dharma. So our
प्रकृति के कुछ
Bharatiya,
सिद्धांतों
the
पर
Indian civilization, the society,
व्यवस्थित किया गया
it was organized,
और ये बहुत गूढ़ ज्ञान है जो भारत के
and
बाहर कहीं
this is
उपलब्ध
a
नहीं है।
very deep knowledge
तो इस ज्ञान का
which
मूल
is not
सिद्धांत
available
ये है कि
anywhere.
ये जो
So the
प्रकृति है,
foundation of this knowledge
नेचर
is
बोल
that
रहे हैं,
this material nature,
तो ये तीन गुणों
it
से
is
बनी
made
हुई
of
है,
three gunas,
जिसमें सत्व रजस और तमस
that
है।
is sattva, rajas and tamas.
तो जैसे आजकल
So just like
आधुनिक
nowadays,
विज्ञान के अनुसार
according
बताया गया कि
to
एटम के अंदर प्रोटॉन न्यूट्रॉन और इलेक्ट्रॉन तीन चीजें
the
हैं,
modern science, atom, there is proton,
तो
neutron,
हम अपने
electron,
जीवन में भी जानते
and in
हैं
our
कि
life
जीवन में तीन
also
चीजें हैं,
there are three things.
एक जन्म है,
One is birth,
एक
one
मृत्यु
is
है
death,
और एक
and
उसके बीच में स्थिति
one
है।
is existence between these two,
तो
birth
ये
and death.
वास्तव में इस सब का संबंध
So
जो है
actually,
वो सत्व
all
रजस
these
और
are
तमस से है।
related with sattva,
दोपहर
rajas
है,
and
रात
tamas.
होती है और
There is
संध्या
day,
होती है।
night and
तो
sandhya.
ये तीन चीजें हमारे जीवन में देखने में आती
So
हैं
these three things are observed in our
और आप
life,
देख सकते हैं कि
and you
कोई
can
भी चीज
see
अगर आप देखें
anything
तो
that you
आरंभ होती है
observe,
कुछ समय
it
उसकी स्थिति रहती है,
starts,
फिर उसका
then it
विनाश होता
exists
है।
for some time, and then
तो
it
इसका
gets
संबंध
destroyed.
जो है वो सत्व रजस और तमस
So
से
its
है।
relation is with sattva, rajas and tamas.
तो ये ज्ञान
So this
जब तक
knowledge,
हम समझेंगे
until
नहीं
and unless we
तब तक
understand it,
हम इस समाज की ठीक से शांतिपूर्ण व्यवस्था
till
नहीं कर
then we
सकते,
cannot organize
क्योंकि
this
हमारा
society
शरीर जो
properly,
है वो भी
because our body
इन भौतिक तत्वों से
is
बना
also
हुआ है।
made of the material
जैसे हम जानते
elements.
हैं कि हमारा शरीर भोजन से बना
We
हुआ
all
है
know that our
और
body is made
भोजन
of
जो है
food,
वो किसी मशीन से पैदा
and
नहीं
food
होता
is
है,
not generated
प्रकृति से
from
आता
some
है
machine. It is given by
और
material
इसमें
nature,
मुख्य तीन तत्व हैं।
and it also has
पृथ्वी
primarily
तत्व
three
है,
tattvas.
सॉलिड,
There is Prithvi tattva, the solid.
वाटर यानी कि लिक्विड,
So there is a
और
water
तीसरा
element,
अग्नि
and
तत्व,
third is the fire element,
हीट।
heat.
तो इन तीन से शरीर
So
बना
body is made of these three,
मुख्य है।
primarily earth, water
वायु भी
and
इसके
fire.
अंदर है, आकाश,
Vayu, air is Vayu is also
इसकी जो
there in it.
बनावट
There
है, जो
is
हम भोजन
Akasha,
करते हैं,
space
तो ये
also in
तीन
it.
चीजें होती हैं।
But what we eat, it has these three
पेय
elements.
पदार्थ
There
होता है
is
जिसमें
liquid
कुछ ठंडक
element,
है और कुछ सॉलिड
there is
होता
some
है और
solid
थोड़ा
element,
गर्म होता है
and
तो कहते
it
हैं कि
has
गर्म
got
खाना
heat.
चाहिए।
So there is, like people say, we want warm food, want hot food. It has its own taste.
तो ये भी सत्व रजस और तमस से जुड़ा
So
हुआ
this is also connected with sattva, rajas, and tamas. These three things.
तो भगवान यहाँ बताते
So here
हैं
Bhagavan tells
हर एक
that
व्यक्ति का अपना कुछ धर्म है और वो धर्म
every
जो है वो
person has
हमारे
his own dharma,
शरीर
has
के
his own
अनुसार
duty,
होता है।
and that is according to his body.
जब भी हम पैदा होते हैं तो
Whenever
हमारे
we
कुछ
are born,
गुण हैं जिनको
there
लेकर
are some gunas,
एक नेचर जिसको आजकल
or
अपना
you
सकते
can
हैं
say we are
जिसका
born with a nature. Like nowadays, people say everyone has his own DNA,
डेवलप होता है
and the person grows accordingly.
तो ऐसे ही हमारा अपना
So
एक
similarly, we have our own blueprint,
जिसको लेकर हम पैदा होते
and we are born with that blueprint.
हैं तो इसलिए हमारी सबकी
So
अलग अलग
we all have different nature, different prakriti,
और फिर कुछ हम बाहर से प्राप्त करते हैं
and something, and so one is we are born with, and other is what we obtain from our external surrounding.
तो एक तो प्रकृति
One is nature and one is getting nurtured.
एक उस प्रकृति
So one is what we are born with,
बाहर से लाते हैं
and another is what we impose on it from outside environment.
पैदा होते हैं
One is we are born with a blueprint, and the other is what type of food we eat, what type of environment do we live in. That also impacts us.
ऋषियों ने जाना
So our rishis, the saints, they understood that,
व्यवस्था
and then they organized the society.
जैसी आपकी प्रकृति है आप उसी के अनुसार कार्य करें
Because you will, everyone works according to his own prakriti, his own nature.
सदृशम चेष्टते स्वस्य प्रकृतिर ज्ञानवान अपि तो हर एक व्यक्ति अपनी प्रकृति के अनुसार कार्य करता है
Every person works according to his prakriti.
अगर आम का पेड़
So you can understand, you know that if there is a mango tree, it will give mango fruit. If there is a banana tree, it will give banana.
जैसा उसका बीज है
So
वैसा ही फल
the fruit is according to the seed.
आएगा वैसा ही
The tree is according to the seed. You cannot change that.
तो ये हमारा
Similarly, we are also born from the seed, and that seed has got some program in it, and accordingly we grow, and accordingly our nature starts manifesting.
तो हमारे ऋषियों ने
So our rishis, they said that if this is the case, then we should understand our own nature, and accordingly we should obtain training, obtain education, and then we should work, function in the society. If we function in a opposite way, then our life will always be a struggle. Like nowadays we hear of many people suffering from job dissatisfaction. So they are working in, they are performing such work in which they are not deriving happiness. They do not have interest in that. That is why when holiday is declared, they are very happy. But if their job, their duty is according to their prakriti, according to their nature, then they would have been very happy. Then there would have been no need for them to go out on weekends to relieve their stress, to go on vacation. Nowadays people go on vacation during weekend. So there would be no need for any person to do that if he would actually be happy in his profession. If somebody is a musician, he derives happiness in music, he is never bored of that. That itself relieves his stress. So our society was established on this principle. So our rishis, they primarily divided the society in 4 categories. Some people who are who love knowledge, and they can do anything for knowledge. Their happiness is in obtaining knowledge and in disseminating knowledge. This is their happiness. So you must have seen such people. There are some people who simply want to obtain knowledge. They do not have interest in other things. They consider knowledge as their wealth. They consider knowledge as their life. If they worship knowledge. Wherever possible, they obtain knowledge. If they can obtain knowledge, and even if they are not wealthy, still they are satisfied. But if you give them lot of wealth, lot of post and position, but if they do not get opportunity to discuss about the knowledge with somebody, they remain sad. Like we see big scientists, they keep doing their research, and they derive the happiness in that only. They forget all other things. They remain immersed in their own research work. That is their happiness. That is kind of their samadhi. So such people are called Brahmanas. Then the second type of people who they are worshippers of power, of Shakti. They want power. They want position. They are not worried about wealth. They are not worried about knowledge also. For them, the most important thing is power. They have the Ishvara Bhav in them. So these are their qualities. By nature, they are like that. They are brave people. They have lot of courage, lot of power, strength. They are very enthusiastic in fighting in the war. They derive lot of happiness in giving charity. And they like to show their controllership on others. They like to manage. Such people are known as Kshatriyas. Then the third category of people are whose life is in wealth. They are not worried about knowledge, about power, but their mind is always immersed in thoughts of wealth, and they always seek opportunities to gain wealth. Such people are called Vaishyas, who earn money, so their intelligence functions accordingly. And the fourth category of people are those who have no interest in all this, neither in studying, neither nor in management, not in earning wealth. If they get little for their meeting their expenditure, they are satisfied. So they perform service. So actually, those who are actually called Shudras, today society does not understand that. A real Shudra derives a lot of happiness in performing seva. Actually, whatever we are calling as Shudras today, they are not Shudras. Shudra means who does Paricharya. Their life is in Paricharya. They derive lot of happiness in seva only. There are some people who derive lot of happiness in seva. You go to some temple, go to some church, you perform some seva there like a volunteer. So there are like this. There are also some people in the material society who derive lot of happiness in seva only. Nowadays, people think that Shudra means a sweeper. No. In Varnashrama, the goldsmith, the ironsmith, the tailor, barber, they all fit in that category. And nowadays it is said that they are oppressed, but they also used to earn wealth. They were not poor. So like this, there are 4 varnas. So then the rishis showed that the human body that we have, it also can be divided in 4 categories. One is our head, where we have the mind, the intelligence, we think, we take decisions. Then we have the hands through which we work, we protect ourselves. And we have the stomach, where the food is digested. And then we have the legs, on which the upper part of the body sustains and it can walk. So body performs by cooperation of all the 4. There is nothing higher or lower, but our body is divided in these 4 categories. So this society also was visualized in this way, so that it can function in a systematic manner.
ये सब व्यवस्था
So
जो है
initially,
वो जन्म से
this
नहीं होती,
organization was not by
लेकिन
birth,
व्यक्ति का कैसा गुण है,
but it was by the
कैसा वो
quality
कर्म
of the
करेगा,
person,
कर्म करेगा।
and
तो भगवान गीता में
accordingly
भी
he'll
कहते हैं कि
perform
आत्मा
the
गुणम
function,
या सृष्टम गुण
the
कर्म
karma. So
विभाग।
Gita, in Gita also Bhagavan
तो
says
आरंभ में ये वर्णाश्रम
that
व्यवस्था जो
so
है वो गुण
initially
और कर्म के
the
अनुसार
varnashram
बनाई गई।
system was based on
तो
guna
जैसे
and
जैसे गुण
karma.
है
According to
वैसा
one's
ही
guna,
कर्म
one's
करेगा। और
quality,
उपनिषदों में
one
ऐसे
will
वाक्य भी
perform his
मिलते हैं कि
karma
एक ही परिवार में
accordingly.
ब्राह्मण
In
भी है,
Upanishad, we don't see
वैश्य भी है,
that in a family there are Brahmanas also, Vaishyas also, Shudras also.
लेकिन इस व्यवस्था को
But
एक
this
बड़े
system,
स्तर पर चलाने
if
के
it
लिए
has to function on a large
इसमें कुछ
scale,
समस्याएं आई।
then there were problems.
समस्याएं ये है कि अब इसको निर्णय कौन करेगा कि इसका क्या गुण है,
The problem was that who would decide who has what guna, what quality?
वो उसके
There should be
स्वभाव
some
से कैसे
parameter.
करेगा।
So that
और
is
उसमें
possible
बहुत
to
समय लग
understand only
जाएगा।
by his behavior.
जब तक व्यक्ति
But
15-16
by
वर्ष
the
का हो
time
जाता
we
होगा तो
understand
पता
that,
चलेगा कि इसकी
and that
वास्तविक
cannot be
स्वभाव
before at
क्या
least
है,
15 or 16
इसका
years of his
स्वभाव
attaining
ब्राह्मण
age,
जैसा है, क्षत्रिय जैसा है, वैश्य
by
जैसा है,
that time
कैसे
only we can start understanding.
तो बहुत समय इसी में निकल जाएगा।
So
और
lot
फिर
of
उसका
time will be
निर्णय लेने
spent
के
in
लिए
this,
किसको
and
नियुक्त
that
किया
if
जाए।
and in order to decide that
तो अगर
also
स्वयं
who should
निर्णय
be
करेगा तो
appointed,
गलती करेगा,
and if that person himself
और
should be
दूसरा
told to
निर्णय करेगा
decide,
तो दूसरा
then
कहाँ
he
से
can
लाएंगे।
he'll make mistake, and if
तो
somebody else
इसलिए
has to
फिर
decide that,
व्यवस्था जन्म
from
से
where do you
बनाई
bring
गई।
that person? So that is
और
why
उसके लिए
for
फिर ये
practical
कहा गया
purpose
कि
the system was
जो
made of
जिसका
dividing based
गुण
on
ब्राह्मण
birth.
जैसा है वो ऐसी ही पत्नी से शादी
So
करे,
then it was
जो भी
the
स्वयं
system was
ब्राह्मण
made
जैसा
that one
होगा,
who has the
और उससे
brahmanical
बच्चा जो पैदा
qualities
होगा
should marry
उसकी
a
बहुत
similar
अधिक
lady,
संभावना है कि वो ब्राह्मण जैसा
and
होगा।
there will be
और
very
उसके
high
लिए
chance that the child will be born, his
तो
nature will be
इसलिए
that of a
ये
brahmana.
व्यवस्था जो पहले जन्म से नहीं
So
थी,
that is
बाद
why
में
earlier,
जन्म
initially,
से
the
व्यवस्था की
Varnashram
गई
system, which was not based on
और उसी
birth, then
प्रकार चली
later
चलती
it
आई।
started becoming based on birth, and
लेकिन
then
अब
this
वो व्यवस्था
continued.
अंग बिल्कुल भंग हो चुकी
But
है।
that system has
क्योंकि
completely
साथ में
collapsed now,
इसके साथ में
because along with
शिक्षण
that,
भी था।
earlier there was
जब जब
education
बड़ा
also.
हुआ
One
तो
who
उसकी
was
शिक्षा
born in
ब्राह्मण
Brahman
के अनुसार
family,
होगी,
he also
जो
received the
क्षत्रिय है
education.
उसकी शिक्षा
The
वैसी
Kshatriya
होगी।
also received
तो अब
education
वो सब समाप्त
accordingly.
हो गया
So
है,
all that education does not
लेकिन अभी
exist
भी वो
today,
नाम
but the
चले आ रहे
names
हैं।
still continue.
तो अभी भी भारत में
So still today
सब
in
जानते हैं
Bharat,
कि
in
वो
India,
ब्राह्मण
we
घर में
have
पैदा हुए हैं, क्षत्रिय है, चाहे वो कार्य कुछ
people
भी
know
क्यों ना
that they are
करें।
born in Brahman family or Kshatriya family, whatever
लेकिन
kind of work they
अभी भी इस
perform,
प्रकार का लोगों में
but
अभिमान
people
रहता है।
still have that abhiman today.
तो ये सिस्टम जो है, ये
So this
व्यवस्था जो
system
है, ये इसलिए बनाई गई
was
थी कि
made
समाज
for this purpose,
में
that
अव्यवस्था ना हो
in society there
और
should be no
लोग
chaos,
एक दूसरे की सहायता करें
and people should
और
live with
सहायता करके जो
cooperation,
जीवन का परम
and
उद्देश्य है
in a
मोक्ष प्राप्ति,
cooperative way function, they
उसकी
should
तरफ सब
function,
अग्रसर हो।
and they should move ahead towards their goal
यानी
of
कि ये
moksha,
वैश्विक व्यवस्था थी
get liberated.
जिस पे हर एक
So this
व्यक्ति
was a
आध्यात्मिक मार्ग पर
world
चलता
order
जाएगा।
in which every person is
अभी
progressing
आजकल
on the
क्या है कि
spiritual
कोई
path.
अगर आध्यात्मिक
Today
मार्ग
what
पर आना
happens is that
चाहता है
if
तो उसको
some
स्वयं ही निर्णय
person
लेना पड़ेगा, स्वयं
has to
प्रयास
come on
करना
the
पड़ेगा।
spiritual path,
अभी
he
हमारे
himself
समाज
has
में
to
वो
endeavor
व्यवस्था
for
नहीं
that,
है,
he himself
भारत
has
में
to
भी
work
नहीं है
hard
और
for that.
पाश्चात्य में तो
In
बिल्कुल ही
India
नहीं।
there is no such
पाश्चात्य का
system,
जो समाज
in
है
foreign countries there
वो
is no such
आध्यात्म
system.
की सहायता करना के
The
बिल्कुल
system, the civilization in
अनुकूल नहीं
foreign
है,
countries is not at all conducive
बल्कि उसके विरुद्ध
to
ही है।
spiritual path. It does not promote
पूरा
or help
समाज
one on the spiritual path.
स्पिरिचुअलिटी आध्यात्मिकता के विरुद्ध में
In
है।
fact, it is in opposition
भारत में
to
फिर भी ठीक है
spirituality.
उससे, लेकिन
In
यहाँ पर वो
India,
समाज पहले
still
ऐसे ही
something
था
is there, but
कि किसी
earlier in
प्रकार की
India, the
शिक्षा
whole
भी नहीं
society
जाती
was like this. The
और
education
सब ही
was
आध्यात्मिक मार्ग पर थे,
founded on
सभी
progressing
धार्मिक
on
थे।
spiritual path, and everyone was
तो
religious,
जो इससे
everyone was
बाहर थे
spiritual.
उनको विधर्मी कहा
Those who
जाता
were
था,
outside this
यानी कि धर्म किसी
system,
को
they
मानते
were
नहीं
called
आते थे।
vidharmi. So in
इसलिए
India,
जो धर्म शब्द
dharma,
का प्रयोग किया जाता है वो रिलीजन नहीं
in
है।
India, dharma did not mean
ये जो
religion, what
इस
it means
वर्णाश्रम
now.
धर्म से बाहर थे
Earlier, really, dharma
वो
meant
धर्मी
varnashram
नहीं
dharma.
रहते थे, उनका
So
कुछ
those
अलग
who
ही
were
मत
outside
होता था,
varnashram,
उनकी
they were
कोई अलग
not called
विचार होता
dharmic.
था, क्योंकि वो ये बात को
They
नहीं
were called
मानते थे।
vidharmi, outside of the fold of dharma,
इसी
because
के
they were
समय
not
भगवान इस
accepting
विषय को
this
लेकर बात
varnashram.
कर रहे हैं।
So here Bhagavan is talking
तो
about this
ये
subject only.
हर एक समाज में कुछ ना कुछ है इस
So in
प्रकार
every
का।
society, there is
ऐसा
something
नहीं कि
like
भारत
this.
में ही, आप किसी भी
It
समाज
is
में चले
not that
जाइए
it
तो
is
वहाँ
only
पर
in India.
कुछ लोग
If you go
आपको
in any
मिलेंगे
society, you will
वैज्ञानिक
find
प्रकार
some
के हैं,
people
कुछ
who are of
क्षत्रिय प्रकार के हैं, कुछ
who are of the nature of Jnani, some like Kshatriya, some like Vaishya. In every society, you will find these 4 divisions, because without this, no society can function. This was the speciality in India, that the rishis, they recognized this, and they were pondering. They made a system so that this varnashram can be protected. The system can be protected. Like you see nowadays in horses, there is pedigree protecting that particular breed. So they do not allow any dog mixing with any dog. So especially for horses it is done, especially for the horses that participate in race. So a lot of care is taken to protect that breed of the horse, that who were their parents, how many races they won. So accordingly they protect that breed. So there is pedigree for horses and dogs, but there is no such system for human beings, which is so important. So in India, this system used to exist earlier. So seeing that, here, so in that context only, Bhagavan speaks this verse. So till now, whatever you had heard, I had told from the angle of discrimination between body and Atma. Now I am talking from the point of your dharma. Because later Bhagavan will tell that what you are telling, that I will not fight in the war. Arjun had told this, that he would not fight. Bhagavan says that this decision of yours is mithya. It is not, it's false. Your prakriti, your nature will force you to fight. Because sometimes what happens is that in some special circumstance or situation, a person starts thinking contrary to his nature, contrary to his swabhava. Like in your family, or there are some relations, like there is lover and beloved, there is husband, wife. But when there is fight, when there is anger, then you start speaking such things that you should not speak. But that bhava, it does not remain always. When the anger subsides, then you again start talking in a loving way. So actually that anger is not your swabhava, it is not your nature. It is not your nature that you are always in a mood of anger. That happens due to some specific situation. It is not permanent. It is temporary. It will go away. Similarly, this bhava, this mood that Arjuna had, that these are my relatives, how can I kill them? So this is not the permanent mood. This is not the sthai bhava of Arjuna. It will be for some time. When he will go back, then he will get the memory back, that these are the people who had cheated us, they had insulted Draupadi, they had usurped our kingdom, they had tried to put fire in the palace where we were there. So how will Arjun forget that? These are all lying in his chitta. So then he will again recall that. So this is his swabhava, and he will be ready to fight. So sometimes, due to situation, we think different from our swabhava, but that is not permanent. And this is what Bhagavan will tell later also, that you are telling that you will not fight, because Arjun had told this, that I will not fight. And having said this, he became silent. So Bhagavan will also repeat that same words. You had told that you would not fight. This is all nonsense. It will not be, it is not possible. After some time, you will again come back to the war. Because if Arjun would go away from the war, then his opponents would accuse him, saying that Arjun became afraid of us. So will Arjun be able to tolerate such accusations? If such words enter such a brave person, such a warrior, and if somebody says that Arjun went away because he was afraid of Karna, how will Arjun tolerate this? Arjun cannot tolerate this. This is Kshatriya, this is Ishwara Bhav. This is Swabhava, this is nature.
स्वभाव को आप पार नहीं कर सकते,
it is very, very difficult to surpass one's nature.
और इसलिए क्योंकि अपने स्वभाव से आप पार नहीं जा
And
सकते,
since you cannot
बुद्धिमत्ता इसी में
go
है
beyond
कि
your
स्वभाव को
nature, your
समझ लें
swabhava, so it
और
is
उसके अनुरूप
better
फिर काम
that you
करें।
understand your swabhava, your nature,
बात
and you
भगवान
function
यहाँ पे
accordingly. That
और
is
उस
what
समय जब
Bhagavan
बोल
is
रहे थे
telling
तब
here.
तो यहाँ पूरा वर्णाश्रम
And when Bhagavan was speaking this, then everywhere there was varnashram,
और उनकी नियमावली थी
and there were systems,
और उस
there
नियम
were
से वो
rules
चलते थे।
governing all the four varnas.
स्मृति शास्त्र
They
थे,
were
धर्म
functioning
शास्त्र थे।
according to that. There were
इसी को
smriti
कहते हैं कि
shastras,
अगर आप
dharma
अपने
shastras.
धर्म के अनुसार भी
So
देखते
if
हैं
Bhagavan is telling,
तो
even
भी
if
आप
you
पूरी तरह से
analyze
डगमगा
from the angle
जाएंगे।
of your own dharma, then also
तो वो
you
पूछ
should not
सकता है,
waver.
अर्जुन पूछ सकता है कि जो उन्होंने
So
कहा
now
था कि
Arjun may ask
संख्या
that
द्रोण
he had told
तो वो
earlier,
बोलते हैं कि नहीं,
how can I kill
आप
Bhishma,
उनको मारने
Drona?
नहीं जा रहे हैं,
So
वो तो
Bhagavan is telling that you
अस्त्र
are
शस्त्र
not
लेकर
killing
तुम्हारे
them.
सामने
They are
क्यों
standing
विराजमान
before you to kill you with
तो
weapons.
क्षत्रिय का ये नियम है
So
कि
for
ब्राह्मण
Kshatriya, it is a
हालांकि
rule
अवध्य है,
that although a
ब्राह्मण
Brahmana
की हत्या
cannot be
नहीं करनी
killed,
चाहिए, लेकिन अगर वो
but
अस्त्र
if
शस्त्र लेकर सामने
Brahmana
आता
is
है
standing before you with weapons in his hand,
उनको मारने में
then
कोई दोष
there
नहीं
is no fault in killing that Brahmana
आतताई इनको
also.
चुना गया ना,
These are
आतताई में
oppressors,
जो हम हैं,
Atatai.
आतताई में। तो ये तो अभी दुर्योधन के साथ में खड़े हुए हैं।
So now these people are standing with Duryodhan, whether he is your grandsire, Bhishma, or whether he is your guru, Drona. They are also Kshatriyas. It's okay that one is a Brahmana, but if he is a Brahmana, why did he come here to fight? So if he left his own Brahmana dharma and came here to fight, at least you who is already a Kshatriya, you should perform your own dharma. It is not the dharma of Dronacharya, Ashwathama, Kripacharya to fight in the war because they are Brahmanas and they are Acharyas, they are Gurus. So it is none of their business to come here and fight in the war at Kurukshetra. So having fallen down from their dharma, they are standing before you to fight. And you yourself are a Kshatriya. So that's why Bhagavan is telling Swadharma api chavekshya. Even if you consider your own duty, your Swadharma, api means in addition to that. Moreover, what I have told you already, in addition to that. That means from the angle of Adhyatma spirituality as well as from Varnashram Dharma, your own Dharma, you should consider from both angles. So why you should not waver? Because this battle is a righteous battle. It is a Dharma Yuddha. It is not just a Yuddha, not just a battle. Just like a Brahmana's Dharma is to perform Yajna. Similarly, for Kshatriya, his duty is to engage in Dharma Yuddha, in a righteous battle. So actually this battle that is happening between Kauravas and Pandavas, it is not just for the kingdom. This is important to understand. Otherwise, this point that Bhagavan is making here, he is calling this Yuddha as Dharma Yuddha, righteous battle. So the Visheshan he is giving for Yuddha is Dharma. He is using the adjective of Dharma. So how can it be a Dharmic Yuddha? How can it be a righteous battle? So what is the cause? The cause is that actually Yudhishthir Maharaj, before this war, he had sent peace message for Duryodhan. So he was initially not interested in the war. Although Yudhishthir Maharaj wanted his kingdom back, but they wanted to settle peacefully. Like if there is some fight between two parties and they go to the court, so there also then Sandhi is done, you compromise and make a peaceful solution. So Yudhishthir Maharaj also tried for that. But Duryodhan did not agree. And he also said that, see, we are Kshatriya, and in order to follow our own dharma, we need some land where we can live as a Kshatriya. So we are 5 brothers. You just give us 5 villages. And we will live in subordination to you.
शब्द जो है वो छोटे मोटे लोगों के लिए भी राजा,
because earlier even for small people also the word raja or king was used. If somebody was having some 15 or 20 villages under his control, that person was also designated as a raja, and he may have just some 50 or 60 soldiers. So that person was basically looking after the society in those 15 or 20 villages. The role of Kshatriya was to oversee that people follow dharma. They do not transgress the rules of dharma. So like now we have police, we have the executive. They try to oversee that the citizens continue following the rules of the country. They continue following the constitution. So in order to execute the constitution at practical level, there is executive body. So Kshatriyas were like this. Their primary duty was to protect the subjects, protect the public. So they should not become adharmic. They should not transgress the rules of dharma. Because if people start breaking the rules of dharma, then society will fall into chaos. So that's why Yudhishthir Maharaj said that this is our dharma. We are Kshatriyas. So you just give us 5 villages. But Duryodhan did not agree for that. So he said that I will not give you even that much land that fits a needle, the tip of the needle. So that's why there was no option remaining. They had to fight in the war, engage in the war. So they are engaging in this war for dharma. Although we can say they want the kingdom, but they want the kingdom to follow their dharma. So one is that you can try to get a kingdom for sense gratification because you simply want to expand it and you attack the other kingdom, the other kings. But here this battle is for dharma, because generally we see kings attacking, like there was Alexander and he was invading. He had no objective of dharma. He simply wanted to expand his kingdom. He just wanted to become the biggest emperor on earth. So that was his ahankar. But here there is nothing like that. Yudhishthir is still ready. If Kauravas would have given him some small piece of kingdom somewhere. Earlier also that was done. Actually the king, actually the heir to the throne was Yudhishthir only. When earlier Pandu was the king, not Dhritarashtra, but when Pandu died, that time Pandavas were very small, they were very young, and the kingdom was given to Dhritarashtra. So when Yudhishthir grew up, actually the kingdom should have been passed on to Yudhishthir. But that was not done. Yudhishthir was not given the kingdom. He was given just a small place, which is currently the place called Delhi, which is still known as Indraprastha. And originally the capital was Hastinapur. That was the main capital of Kauravas. From there, Pandu used to rule. So there, Dhritarashtra had usurped that place, and he just gave Yudhishthir a small place called Indraprastha. So Yudhishthir had agreed that time. If Yudhishthir would have been greedy for kingdom, he would have fought war that time also. But he did not do that. So now also Yudhishthir is ready to agree. If Indraprastha would have been given to him, for to speak of Indraprastha, even if some small 5 villages would have been given, Yudhishthir would have been satisfied. So that is why the war is happening for dharma. Kunti had also told such statement only. When Bhagavan Krishna went to Hastinapur as a peace messenger, and he failed in the peace message, in establishing that peaceful solution, because Duryodhan disagreed, and he actually ordered for Bhagavan Krishna to be imprisoned. So before returning to Pandavas, Bhagavan Krishna went to Mother Kunti and asked her that if you have any message for your sons, please tell me. because I am going back to meet them.
कुंती ने बहुत मार्मिक बात
So Kunti told something very, very important.
कहा कि अर्जुन और
She
भीम
told
मेरी
that,
तरफ से ये बोल
tell
रहा है,
Arjun and Bhim from my side,
पता नहीं उसके मन में क्या
because
है।
I don't know what is
अर्जुन
in
और
mind of
भीम,
Yudhishthir. But Arjun and Bhim,
मेरे जो पुत्र हैं,
these two
उनको मेरी
sons,
तरफ से ये
tell
बोल
them
दीजिए,
from my
यद्यपि
side
क्षत्रिया सूते कालो तदहि अयम आगता, कि जिसके लिए मैंने तुमको जन्म दिया है,
that the purpose for which I have given birth to you, now the time has arrived to fulfill that purpose.
स्त्री जो है
A Kshatriya woman
वीर पुत्र को जन्म
gives
देती है,
birth to a brave warrior,
आ गया
a,
अपनी वीरता दिखाइए,
a brave person. So now is the time, show your bravery and do not become weak-hearted on the battlefield, because they are Kshatriyas.
कोई धर्म नहीं है कि वो भीख मांगकर,
They cannot live by begging.
13 साल वन में रहे, 12
There
साल
is no
वन
such
में
injunction
रहे,
in Shastra. They lived for 12 years in the forest. That was a different situation. There also they did not beg. They had got the Akshay Patra.
कैसे अपना काम चला,
But now how will they continue?
उन्होंने कहा कि अब आप सोचिए मत, आप
So that's why
सन्नद्ध हो जाइए और युद्ध कीजिए।
now he's telling that don't think about anything else. Get ready for the war.
युद्ध जो है ये धार्मिक,
So Mother Kunti also knows that this is a righteous battle. This is a dharmic yuddha.
भगवान कह रहे हैं धर्म्यात् हि
But
युद्धात्
Bhagavan is telling that here.
विद्यते। तो ये सब मैं क्यों बता
So why
रहा
I'm
हूं?
explaining all this? Because many people,
आरोप लगाते
they
हैं
level this accusation against Bhagavan Sri Krishna that Bhagavan is the person who provoked Arjun and because of him this war happened.
करवाने वाले वो नहीं
So
है,
actually
धर्म का
he did not start this war. He gave the knowledge of Gita.
मजे की बात है,
He gave instructions on dharma.
ये भी एक प्रमाण है कि ये युद्ध जो
Now-
है ये धर्म युद्ध क्यों है, वास्तविक केवल राग द्वेष।
Now this is also very interesting. Why is this battle a righteous battle, a dharma yuddha?
अर्जुन और दुर्योधन दोनों गए
That
युद्ध से पहले।
that Arjun and Duryodhan both went to meet Bhagavan Sri Krishna before the battle. They asked him for help,
कि
and Bhagavan said
एक तरफ मैं हूँ,
that on one side there is me, myself, and on other side there is my Narayani army,
अस्त्र नहीं उठाऊंगा।
and I will not lift any weapon.
ऐसा कहीं होता है कि आप किसी के पास में जाएं,
So does it happen that you go to somebody for help
जो है अपने विरुद्ध में खड़ी,
and he puts his own army on his opposition side? Think about it.
भगवान की अपनी
Bhagavan's own army,
उनके
he has kept his own army on this opposition side.
वास्तव में होता तो ऐसा कोई नहीं करता, लेकिन क्योंकि ये धार्मिक युद्ध
So
है, इसमें ये
since
नहीं है कि मैं
so
इधर से लड़
this is a dharma yuddha, there is nothing like I am on this side or I am on that side.
जाऊंगा। उस सेना का सेनापति है,
And Krita Varma is the general of the that army,
वो भगवान के विरुद्ध में खड़ा हुआ है,
and he is standing on the opposite side of Bhagavan.
जाएंगे,
So how is it that Bhagavan's own person is standing on his opposite side?
साथ में नहीं है।
And it is not just with him.
पहले ये लोग जो
Before the battle also,
राजाओं लोगों के पास में गए थे,
all
तो जो
these
जिसके
people
पास
had
में
gone
चला
to the
गया कि
kings.
हमारे साथ में युद्ध करो, वो उसी के साथ चल दिया।
So whoever went to whichever king that you fight from my side, that king agreed.
साथ नहीं करेंगे। तो वो क्षत्रिय लोग इसको अपना धर्म मानते थे।
So the Kshatriyas, they were not bothered about this side or that side. They were just engaging in war.
कोई
So like there are two people
को निमंत्रण देने आ जाएगा, भाई हमारे यज्ञ में आप आना,
and
और
you invite a Brahman coming for yajna.
उसका ये थोड़ी है कि मैं इसके यज्ञ में जाऊंगा और उसके में नहीं।
So it is not for a Brahmana that I will go to his yajna, not to his yajna. Whoever comes to invite me for that yajna, the Brahmana will go.
माद्री का भाई था,
So Shalya was the brother of Madri, was the uncle of the Pandavas,
दुर्योधन उसको बीच में,
and he was coming to help them, but Duryodhan stopped him. Duryodhan told him that you fight from my side. So he went to Duryodhan's side.
ऐसा कभी संभव हो सकता है अभी?
How is that possible?
जैसे युद्ध चल रहा है,
Like now we have this battle.
यूक्रेन और रशिया का, तो
So there is Ukraine and Russia war going on.
ऐसे देश के पास में जो
And if they go to
तो क्या उनकी तरफ से लड़ेगा?
some country which is friendly towards Ukraine, will that country be ready to fight from any side?
कहेगा नहीं भाई, हम
No.
हमारे उनसे अच्छे संबंध
So the country will say, I have good relations, we have good relations with that country. So how can we fight against it?
इसलिए
So here
दुर्योधन क्योंकि पहले
also this type of situation was not there.
उसने पहले ही लोगों
Duryodhan already had planned to for the war, and he had already told all the other kings that war will happen, be ready to fight on my side. That's why his army was so big. His own army was there, but that 11 Akshauhini army, he was already prepared for that. Panda was prepared later. So that's why Bhagwan is telling here, so we have to remember this point, that this is a dharma yuddha, it's a righteous battle, and Bhagwan is telling that here, because in the first chapter Arjuna had told that we are going to engage in a great sin. Arjun was telling that this battle is adharma. It is not righteous, but Bhagwan is telling it is dharma. So this is important to understand. So we'll stop here. If you have any question, you can ask.
संदीप जी पूछते हैं,
so question, what is the meaning of the names Dhritarashtra, Duryodhan and Dushasan? Because the Purva Paksha from atheists is that these names suggest that this is all made up by some people of vested interests.
धृतराष्ट्र, दुर्योधन तथा दुशासन शब्द का क्या अर्थ है? क्योंकि नास्तिकों का पूर्व पक्ष यह है कि ये नाम इंगित करते हैं कि स्वार्थ, ये सब कुछ स्वार्थ निहित लोगों के द्वारा रचा गया है.
क्या स्वार्थ निहित लोगों के द्वारा रचा गया? क्या स्वार्थ?
ये इन नामों का क्या अर्थ है? दुशासन, धृतराष्ट्र.
तो आप जानते ही हैं, तभी तो प्रश्न पूछ रहे हैं. नहीं तो स्वार्थ निहित लोग कहां से आ गए?
So you know the meanings of the names, that is why you are asking. Otherwise, what swartha, what vested interest are you talking of? I had told it earlier only, Dhritarashtra, one who has captured the Rashtra, the kingdom, and Duryodhan, meaning who can fight a very dangerous war, and Dushasan, who does shasan, who rules over. So that is the meaning. There is no difficult word here. Dhrita means one who is holding.
जैसे नास्तिक लोग कहते हैं कि जैसे ये नाम ही सजेस्ट कर रहे हैं, मतलब ये जैसे नाम रखे गए हुए हैं, जैसे दू मतलब is bad. So it's telling that the Gnostic, the theists say that do means bad, means you have already decided, you have pre-decided that this will be the villain side and one will be the hero side, and you have intentionally kept such names for some agenda or your own propaganda. So, and sir, now the archaeological evidences that we have got, is this all wrong? In Meerut, all these archaeological evidences we have received. So what do they say? So they say that it's all only after BJP. So, but the previous government did not have faith only in that. So whether it is after BJP also, but we have received these evidences. Now somebody will say that you are teaching Bhagavad Gita after BJP government also then. So were these evidences created by BJP? Is Bhagavad Gita created by BJP? Did BJP hide somewhere where the archaeological evidences were found? But when after digging they have found those archaeological evidences, what will you do with that? The 5 villages that were asked by the Pandavas, they are still there. Indraprastha, Panipat, etc. These are the 5 villages they had asked. And so Prastha has become Pat. This Pani Prastha, which has become now Panipat. So what is that? It is not some mental concoction.
भारत में फैल जाए.
How is that possible that some mentally concocted story spreads everywhere in the country? Can you tell of some story which was concocted and entire country started accepting it as truth?
प्रमाण दीजिए.
ऐसा तो है नहीं वैसे.
तो फिर ऐसा नहीं है तो वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, जब आप अनुमान करते हैं किसी चीज का,
So when you are deriving
अनुमान
some
उदाहरण देता
inference,
है. आपने न्याय पढ़ा है तो
you have
न्याय
to
के
give
दृष्टि से
example.
आप तर्क दीजिए.
So since you have studied Nyaya, you should
वहाँ अग्नि होती है, उसका आपको उदाहरण देना.
have to
पड़ता है.
give
मैं कैसे
example.
मानूं आपकी बात? तो आपने से केवल कह दिया कि मन घड़ंत है, तो क्या
So
है
if
इसका आपका
so
प्रमाण
when
क्या है?
those
केवल
people
आपने
who
कह
are
दिया, मैं
telling
आपकी
it is
बात मानूं.
mentally concocted,
जबकि मेरे पास
there
तर्क
should be
है,
some pramana
प्रमाण
for
है.
that. I have my
आजकल
tarka, I
जितने
have the
प्रमाण
pramana.
लोग मानते हैं, भगवान कृष्ण की द्वारका नगरी भी मिली है.
Bhagavan Krishna's Dwarka has also been found. It is not just after BJP, it was found lot much earlier only.
और ये सारे जितने भी स्थान हैं, चाहे वो इंद्रप्रस्थ हो, चाहे द्वारका हो,
All
चाहे
these
मथुरा
places
हो,
which are, whether it is Indraprastha, Dwarka, Mathura,
1000 साल पहले, कम से कम 2-2,500 पुरानी, तो आप महाभारत को मानोगे या नहीं
so at
मानोगे?
least you will accept Mahabharata to be 2500 years back.
इसके तो प्रमाण मिले हैं, वो पिलर है वहाँ पर मध्य प्रदेश में.
So we have got the pramanas for this. In a pre-pillar was found in Madhya Pradesh,
तो लिखा हुआ है वासुदेव कृष्ण का नाम.
on which Vasudev Krishna name is engraved.
थैंक यू बाबा.
तो मुखमस्तीति वक्तव्यम सप्तहस्त हरित की. आपके पास मुंह है इसलिए आप कुछ भी कह सकते हैं.
So people have mouth, they can speak whatever they like.
क्योंकि कहने में तो कुछ जाता नहीं है, लेकिन कुछ प्रमाण तो दीजिए ना.
So people,
20 फीट का केला दिखाइए.
somebody may say that banana is of 20 feet. Can you show that? You can speak whatever you like.
केला दिख रहा है 8-10 इंच का.
You can see banana in front of us of around 8 or 10 inches. How do you tell 20 feet? You can say anything.
Babaji, you mentioned that originally the Varnas were based on guna and karma, and it seems that at that time they were quite pure. It was very easy to detect who is what. And nowadays, where there's also no birth, everything seems to be mixed up. There's hardly anybody who's a pure, any of these. So is this due to the influence of Kali Yuga? It's a natural thing that why in due course of time.
नहीं, कोई भी व्यवस्था.
So any
There is is translating.
any order,
कोई भी व्यवस्था जो होती है,
any order,
उसको आपको मेंटेन करना.
you have to maintain it. Any system is there, you have to maintain it. Any management,
कोई भी नियम बनाते
if you make any rules, like there are traffic rules,
मैनेजमेंट करने के लिए
so you have to manage it. There has to be traffic police. If there is no traffic police, then that system will degrade, it will get destroyed after some time. Similarly, this Varnashram system was made. It's not that
नियम का पालन करना.
just automatically people started following that. No, it was taught, it was studied. Books were written for that. There were Smriti Shastras, Dharma Shastras for that. But as time moved ahead, then there are many causes why they got destroyed. Then there were foreign invasions. The educational system got destroyed. People lost that knowledge, and then that system broke down. So if it has to be reconstructed, so first of all that knowledge has to be imparted, but that is not possible.
You mentioned that those who are called Shudras, there was not even any name for them, because Shudra doesn't mean what is called now Shudra. So was there any?
No, Shudra word was there.
Yeah, but these people who are now.
But Shudra include all these things.
Okay. So who's called now Shudras? They would.
So that's why I said that whether it is potters, blacksmiths, goldsmiths, artists, weavers, cleaners, barbers, they were all part of Shudra group. Shudra उनको कहते थे. तो शूद्रों में केवल एक ही.
So Shudra was not just one uniform
शूद्र के अनेक भेद.
class only, it had different divisions.
But these people who have job dissatisfaction, who are not really situated in any real Shudra position, who are now called Shudras. They are not real Shudras. That's what I
They're not
understood.
real Sudras now, they're just a label.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So was there any label for them? Did such people exist at that time, or
Which people?
such people for whom there's no label in Varnashram? They didn't exist in the original Varnashram?
No, no, there was no such thing.
तो 30वें श्लोक में भगवान ने कहा
So in the verse 30, Bhagavan said that
कि सभी प्राणियों में एक देही निवास करते हैं.
one Dehi
तो लेकिन
resides
पहले आपने
in
बोला
all
कि
the
वैष्णव मत से
Jivas, but
अनेक
earlier
देही
you
हैं.
told that according to Vaishnava viewpoint,
इसकी
there are
तैयारी
many Dehis.
प्रकरण में सिर्फ एक वचन प्रयोग करते
But
हैं.
here, why only singular is
पुरुषों
used
संबंध
for Dehi?
में. तो कृपया कुछ विस्तार कीजिए इस विषय में.
So can you elaborate on
एक
this?
वचन का प्रयोग जो
So
है वो जाति के लिए
the
किया
singular
गया है।
is used to indicate the jati.
ये शास्त्र की रीति है
This is the system of Shastra
कि
that
जब किसी पूरे ग्रुप के लिए
for the entire group,
बताया जाता है
if something is
तो
made,
बहुवचन की
if something is
आवश्यकता
being
नहीं
told, then there is no
जैसे
need to
आपको
use plural
बताना
for
है
there. For that.
अग्नि जलाती
So
है
like if you have to tell that fire
तो वहाँ एक वचन
burns,
का प्रयोग करते
so
हैं
you use
तो नहीं कहते कि वहाँ plural
singular.
करेंगे।
You do not use
आम
plural
जो
for
है
that.
उसका स्वाद मीठा
If
होता
you
है
tell that mango is
चीनी ऐसी
sweet,
होती है दूध का गुण
sugar
क्या
is
है
like this, what is
तो
the
अगर हम
quality
चरक
of
संहिता
milk?
पढ़ें तो
If you
उसमें
study
जितनी भी
Charak Samhita,
जड़ी बूटियां हैं
all
सबके
the
गुण
herbs,
द्रव्य उनके गुण वगैरह
their
बताएंगे तो वहाँ
qualities
एक
are
वचन से ही
explained there.
बताते हैं
So there it is all explained in
एक वचन का
singular
मतलब
only.
वहाँ केवल एक ही नहीं है
So their
सारी
singular does
चीजें
not mean that it is just one only.
जब
It is
दूध के गुण
indicating the
बताए
entire
गए हैं
class.
चरक संहिता में तो
When
वहाँ
milk
कोई
is being
बहुवचन का
explained,
प्रयोग थोड़ी
they are not
करते
using
हैं ऐसा होता है
Charak Rishi has
ऐसे
not
मन
used
के गुण
plural.
मन के
Similarly,
बारे में
mind
बताया
also.
उन्होंने चरक संहिता में तो वहाँ भी एक वचन का प्रयोग है
So there also
तो अब
singular
जैसे
is
यहाँ
used.
गीता में भी भगवान ने कहा
So in
कि
Gita also
व्यक्ति
Bhagavan
का
said
मन जो है
that person's mind
वही उसका शत्रु है वही
is
उसका
it is
मित्र है
its
आत्मा
friend
ही आत्मा
and
का
it is
बंधु
its
आत्मा ही
enemy.
विपुरात्मन है ठीक है तो अब क्या एक ही मन है
So does that
तो हम
mean there
सब
is only
जानते हैं कि
one
सबके
mind?
अलग अलग मन है
We know that
लेकिन
everyone's
प्रयोग
mind
तो
is
एक वचन
different,
का ही कर रहे
but
हैं
there also Bhagavan is talking in
इंद्रियाणि
singular
परा
only.
इंद्रियेभ्यः परम मनः मनसस्तु परा बुद्धि या बुद्धे परतस्तु से यहाँ भी एक वचन का प्रयोग किया है तो क्या एक ही व्यक्ति के बारे में
There
बताया
also singular is used. Does that mean he's talking
सामान्य
about
रूप
one
से
person
बताया है कि
only?
इंद्रियों
He's
की
talking in
दृष्टिया में
general.
बहुवचन किया है क्योंकि हर एक व्यक्ति में
For
एक से
senses,
ज्यादा
plural
इंद्रिय
is used because every person has more than one indriya.
उसके बाद में
5 Gyanendriyas,
तो
5
एक
Karmendriyas.
एक को लेके सबको समझाते हैं ये तो एक
But by
शैली है
using
बताने
singular, he explains the
और हर
entire
एक भाषा
class.
में ऐसा प्रयोग
And in
करते हैं
every language, this system is followed. It's not just for Sanskrit.
अंग्रेजी में भी ऐसे ही
In
बोलते
English also, we speak like this.
cow has 4 legs
We say cow has 4 legs.
so you don't say cows have 4 legs generally you say cow has 4 legs a cow has 4 legs so man is mortal so is it only one no, it's for everybody
Can you please give example for occupations related to the Vaishyas?
this will come later on this subject will come now we are just limiting to Kshatriya but this will come in 4th chapter and 18th chapter also
प्रश्न है महाराज आपने आज धर्म के ऊपर काफी बोला लेकिन मेरा
Next
प्रश्न
question,
ये है कि
that
कर्तव्य
today
का
you
पालन
spoke a
करना ही
lot on
धर्म है
dharma.
क्या?
So my
यहाँ
question
है
is, dharma,
क्या
does
इस
it
बात
simply
को भी
mean to
नकारा
follow
नहीं जा
one's
सकता है
duty?
कि भारतवर्ष के पतन
So
का
we
कारण
cannot
भी धर्म ही
negate
था
that dharma,
भारतवर्ष के
पतन का कारण धर्म ही था
that dharma was the cause of fall down
जब
of
युधिष्ठिर
this country
अपने बड़ों की
when
बात मान रहे
Yudhishthir
थे जिसकी वजह से
was
द्रौपदी
listening
का
to
जी
his
हरण हुआ
elders
फिर महाभारत युद्ध
and
हुआ
Draupadi
महाराज
was being
असल में
insulted
धर्म है
and
क्या
then Mahabharat war happened.
असल में धर्म क्या
So
है तो
in
बहुत
reality,
बड़ा
what
प्रश्न
is dharma?
धर्म
So answer, this is a
वास्तव
very
में
big topic. What is dharma?
साधारण तौर से उसे
In
कहते हैं
general,
जो व्यवस्था को बनाकर रखता है।
Dharma is that which maintains the system.
धारणात् धर्मित्याहो धर्म धारयते प्रजा यस्मात् धारण संयुक्तम तस्मात् धर्मिति कथ्यते। तो जो धारण करता है उसको धर्म कहते हैं।
Dharma is that which does dharan, which upholds,
धारण करता है।
and dharma
तो ये एक
upholds the praja, the subjects,
व्याख्या है धर्म
the
की।
people.
तो जैसे
So this is one explanation of dharma. So like I have given this example many times. You have this
यातायात के धर्म
rules of traffic
उनका अगर आप
transportation.
पालन करते हैं तो यातायात
So
सुचारू रूप से चलता
if you follow the rules, then traffic will be maintained in an orderly way. So that those rules, they are protecting the traffic, they are upholding it. If you do not follow, then it will not be maintained properly, then there will be chaos.
समाज को चलाने के लिए अनेक
So similarly, there are many rules for maintaining the society. It's not just one rule, there are many rules. So like we have law is one kind of a dharma. So there are many laws. It's not just of the constitution. If there is some ashram, you make some laws, some rules. In municipality makes some rules. On state level there are rules. On national level there are rules. At many levels there are rules. Similarly, there used to be panchayats in the villages.
बताते हैं ना कुल धर्मश्च सनातन।
Like here it is being told Kula Dharma Sanatana. So there is Jati Dharma, Kula Dharma. So Dharma is for the management, maintenance. People used to sit together and deliberate. General rules are given in the Shastra, but how to apply them in one's own life, then people used to deliberate on that. So like there is constitution and there are amendments in that. So it's not that amendment is not possible in Smriti. Smriti also used to get changed, used to get amended. Nowadays we have this 25 to 30 Smritis. So according to need, in different places there were rules. Although it was entirely, the thing was Varna Vyavastha only. But in some place the climate is very hot, somewhere it is very cold, somewhere it is very rainy. So the rules used to get adjusted, they were adjusted accordingly. So the whole objective was that people function in an orderly, cooperative manner and achieve the goal of their life.
प्रशांत जी पूछते हैं, प्रणाम बाबा जी, क्या यह संभव
So
है
next question,
कि विपरीत
is it
तथा
possible
विरुद्ध
to have a healthy
स्वभाव
relationship with family members of opposite or different natures? For example, living with siblings who like non-veg food, whereas I am a pure vegetarian.
कहते हैं जबकि हम शुद्ध शाकाहारी हैं।
Yeah, it is possible, but obviously there will be challenges, there will be difficulties. It is not easy. They eat meat and you don't. So obviously there will be difficulty. Either you have to have a separate cooking facility, or whoever is cooking, then that person has to cook separately for you. So it is obviously difficult. That is why dharma was made. For this reason only, to maintain, to manage, so that nobody has any difficulty. That is why the same dharma was not there for everyone.
प्रश्न है, कौरवों के पक्ष में रहने वाले राजाओं ने यह सावधानी क्यों नहीं बरती कि कौरवों के पक्ष में लड़ने से केवल अधर्म को बढ़ावा मिलेगा?
ये तो उनकी बात है सोचने की।
So they should think,
पहले क्षत्रिय लोग जो हैं वो,
as I told earlier, that the Kshatriyas, they considered Yuddha as dharma. They used to say that we are going for a dharmic, righteous activity. Today we cannot understand that from their point of view, because we have come so far from Varna and Jati Dharma that it is very difficult to understand this. From our point of view, we think, we deliberate, but if we have to understand Shastra, then we have to see from that angle that how did they think about it. It's not that they were all fools and we have become very intelligent. They were far more dharmic, they are far more righteous, they were far more knowledgeable compared to us. So if they were taking such decisions, that means they have deliberated on that. It's very easy to say that what they did was wrong, Yudhishthir Maharaj did this wrong, or because of dharma this happened or that happened. We can tell that very easily, but understanding dharma is not so easy.
महाजनो येन गत सपंथ तर्को प्रतिष्ठा श्रुतियो विभिन्ना नासौ ऋषौ यस्य मतम न भिन्नम। तो ये बहुत धर्म के ऊपर बहुत मीमांसा होती है।
So there is lot of mimamsa done on dharma. We have a whole shastra called Dharma Mimamsa. If you study that, then you will actually become bald. You will lose the hair on your head. I am telling it. I am telling this is a fact. You will go crazy. The kind of mimamsa that is done for dharma is not done for any other subject. Such deep deliberation is done for dharma on such small matters. You cannot even imagine. Today's person cannot even think about it. There are very few people in this country remaining to understand this. Few people remaining in South India. Maybe some 2, 3, 4 people in Banaras. In Vrindavan, I don't know of a single person who can do such dharma, the mimamsa. There it has 1000 nyayas. That when this is told, we should do this or we should do that. In this condition, what we should do, or in other condition, what we should do. It's a big puzzle. Earlier, it was deliberated. Now it is very easy, just passing comments that they were fools. This was all speculation. Because if you say, because if it is not speculation, then some responsibility comes on you to follow. But when you label it as speculation, then there is no responsibility for dharma on you. You can go to restaurant, you can do whatever you like, watch cricket. That is easy. If the Shudra question, if the Shudras were the respectable or valuable members of the society, then why in scriptures and even exalted personalities use the Shudra word in negative connotation to convey their message or displeasure? So who has used in negative connotation? All these the senses that we have, they have their devatas. Surya is the devata for eyes, Indra for hands, for nose, Ashwini Kumaras. Similarly, you will be surprised that the legs which are considered like Shudra, their devata is Vishnu, who is the greatest among the devatas. He is the devata for the legs. If you study Manusmriti, there it is said that the title of Brahmana is Sharma, Kshatriya, for Kshatriya it is Varma, for Vaishya it is Gupta, and for Shudra it is Das. And for Vaishnavas, in our name there is Das. So Dasa is supreme, belongs to Bhagavan. The Vaishnava belongs to Bhagavan. But I do not deny that Shudras were not oppressed, because when there is deviation in the system and all these oppressive activities, exploitation takes place. But as I told earlier, that in any system, whatever deficiencies are there, so we should understand the system, not just throw the whole system away. We should try to understand originally what was the system. Prayer verses.
सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनंदनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्र गीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मंत्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयः स्यात् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम् यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीविजयो भूतिर्ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांघ्रये भवे भवे यथा भक्तिः पादयोस्तव जायते तथा कुरुष्व देवेश नाथस्त्वं नो यतः प्रभो नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपापप्रणाशनं प्रणामो दुःखशमनस्तं नमामि हरिं परम् हरि ओम तत्सत्।